All right, what if you had a budget of $1,000 and you had to make a quality worship pedal board? What would you do? This is a question I've been asked several times, multiple times, many times, I think by the same person. He's commented everywhere on YouTube and Instagram. He's like, I don't know if you're seeing my messages, but I have $1,000 and I want to know what I would do with $1,000. So we're going to do that because that's actually a really good question. If you had a budget of $1,000 to make a quality pedal board, what would I do? Anyways, well, I actually have some good thoughts and I'm gonna share them with you. I'm gonna share you prices, the specific pedals that I would try, things that I have actually used, and we're not going budget. This is all quality, high quality stuff. So let's get into it. All right, so what we're going to do is go to pedalplayground.com and build this virtually on here. But the first pedal that I would recommend, I actually have here in person. We need to first take care, I'm thinking signal flow. From guitar, we need compression, we need our drive section. And if you want multiple stages of drive in one pedal and compression, I can only think of one pedal and actually have it here. It's right over here. It's my highest recommendation every time. It is the Jackson Audio Bloom. Why, Jimmy, would you pick this pedal? Well, just like I just said, you get not only compression, and you get like 4 or 6 different types of compression, but you also get the Bloom feature, which is more gain. It's like an extra boost. Not only that, if you click both pedals together, both foot switches, so compression, the Bloom that you set right here, and then you get EQ on top of that, and you can set this EQ. I usually boost the mids like I'm doing right there. Cut a little bit of bass for like a makeshift tube screamer sound. Now, the problem is this pedal is expensive. But like I said, we're not going cheap. We're going quality. Jackson Audio Bloom. Now, I have the V2, which is MIDI controlled, but you don't have to get the MIDI one. You can just get the regular one. Boom. So we're going to set that right there. The price, I'll reveal the price at the end, but I think it's around $329 brand new. You can find some deals though. The next thing is amps. What are you going to do for amps? They didn't qualify this. They may have an amp, the guy who was asking me to do this, but I'm thinking if I'm going to build a pedal board for $1,000, I want it also to be a quiet solution and I want it to take care of my amps. The best around for the price is Tone X1. You cannot beat a Tone X1. And I'll tell you why. Only having one is still, like I have 2 right over here. Again, I have it on my pedal board. Boom, right here. I have 2 so I can go stereo, but the only reason you need 2 to go stereo is because you might want to run your wet effects in to 2 different amps and blend 2 different amps, what have you. But the cool thing about the Tone X is you go in mono, but you can go out stereo because the Tone X1 even has some built-in effects. So you can even get delay and reverb. With this, I'm not counting our delay and reverb in this pedal, but you can put on like an always on kind of very subtle room reverb and come out stereo with a split wide cable. That makes this thing awesome. Then what do we got to do? Well, we need our wet effects. We have drive, we have compression, we have our amp, which is quality amps. I mean, the Tone X is great, but it really depends on the quality of the captures that you get. And I love Alter Ampworks stuff. You get some free packs. I'm going to go to Tone X right here. Look at all these different amps. These are fantastic. I mean, they're amazing. You can even start and download their free pack. This Blues Junior is no joke. Plus, I reached out to them. I was like, I love your products. They sent me a code so that you can get a discount. I believe it's 10%. It might be 20. But I'll say 10 because I know it's at least 10% off. If you use the code Hey Worship Leader at Alter Ampworks, I'll leave that link down below too. All that to say, the Tone X is great, but people are always like, is the Tone X better than the HX Stomp? Well, it depends on the captures, but these captures at Alter Ampworks, I've not been let down by any of them. They take drives better, in my opinion, than most of the amp models in the Helix stuff. Anyways, I thought, should I add an HX Stomp to this pedal board? I would, but it's just too expensive and it would send us over budget. So what's the next best thing? Well, right here, HX1. I needed a pedal that would take care of not only delay and reverb, but anything else that someone might would want. So because you technically have delay and reverb in this, you could use this for modulation or anything else. But one of the cool things about the HX1, one of the downsides is that you can only use one effect at a time. But the HX1 has a delay reverb combo in one block, and it's amazing. It's what I use to like demo stuff. I have one right here, the HX1. I guess I have every pedal that I'm recommending. I didn't really realize that, but I guess I could build the board if it wasn't already attached over there. But the HX1 has the, what's it called? The crossover. One of the delay effects has reverb built into it, and you can pull that up and take care of stereo delay and reverb with this pedal alone. Plus, if you don't want delay and reverb, you can scroll over to any other effect. This pedal is pretty expensive as well, but I think we're gonna be in budget. Now, we need a pedal board, and the cheapest one, smallest one that we need would be this Pedal Train Nano. I think brand new, it's like 80 bucks, but looky here. And we have room for one more pedal. Now, we don't need this pedal, this last pedal that I'm gonna mention here, but I think it would be awesome. And that is right here, the Dunlop X Mini. There it is, boom. Look at that. That is a quality pedal board. But how did we do on price? Well, let me break down the prices that I found for you right here in this little $1,000 spreadsheet that I made. Pedals, Jackson Audio Bloom, Tone X1, HX1, the Dunlop Volume X Mini. These pedals are pretty expensive. You know, they're not cheap if you buy them brand new. Here are some of the used prices I found. We need the pedal board. Oh, we also need a power supply. I didn't even show you that. We need the CS6 True Tone one spot power supply. I would put this under the board. If you can't fit this under the board, then you guess you can just get rid of this, put it on top. But I believe you can fit stuff underneath this board here. I've never actually had the Nano, so I don't know how tall it is, but most of the pedal train, this fits under most of the pedal train stuff that I am aware of. So if nothing else, you could put this like on and then put a pedal on top of it, like move back, boom. You could do that if you had to, on this little pedal board situation here, and would raise up that volume pedal. Not best, but you could do it if it doesn't fit under. I think it does though. Let me know down in the comments if you know. And then we just need some patch cables and a split Y cable. So we really only need, your guitar comes in here, one patch cable, two patch cable, and a split Y cable, and you're done. Two patch cables, I think these were EBS patch cables I looked up, $15 for two, and the split Y cable, $16. $1,140 if you have to buy everything new, but I'm telling you, you can find some used prices and come in well under $1,000. So if you could find an HX1, a Tone X1, and a Jackson Audio Bloom, I know you can get cheaper. Let's check it out. Boom, look at this one right here for $209. Is that what I said? I said $220. You can save money. So for $1,000, there it is. That's exactly what I would do right there. Let me know in the comments what you would do. Would you change it up? Do you have a better solution than I do for the compression overdrive? I mean, that's hard to beat. The Bloom is hard to beat. The Tone X1 is hard to beat for $179. Now, you could go more budget route and spend $179 and get more with like the new Line 6 Pod Express, but that was too budget. I wanted to stick with quality pedals in this case. And the HX1 is just amazing, and you have access to anything and everything you'd ever need. So let me know down in the comments what you would do differently. Oh, also, I will put links down to everything I mentioned down below in case you are in the market. You can go shopping. Okay, that's it. Goodbye.